sure everybody in this room
hold on, let me go back.
understands
That might feel like stepping on some dope shit. Yo,
I didn't resonate with it.
we need more people to speak up to certain shit like that, right?
I noticed the time.
Yo.
I said, damn, he's there for a long time. It kept me glued. But she's done a million interviews.
I'm just saying.
But he's done a million too.
Right. I'm not saying he didn't.
She's a woman.
Mel, can I ask you a question? Mel, can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. You are the resident black woman in the room.
Mm.
She is.
When Kamala Harris interviewed, she touched you?
Yeah. I can't. Yes. You want to know why? Because
yes, it's good enough.
no. I'm just going to give an example as to why. Because I understand what it's like to be held to a standard you can never, ever, ever, ever reach. I understand what that feels like. And I'm sure everybody in this room understands that in some capacity and has experienced that at some point in their life. But as a woman, it's either or all the time. You know what I'm saying? We're conditioned from a very, very early age that we can never be all the things that is expected of us. And that is why she resonates with me and why she resonated with women. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Let me give you an example.
Yo, that's what it is. Like, motherfuckers they only vote for her because she a woman.
Exactly. That's what that's what she basically was saying. Like, so now you like it. When people don't feel like you good enough, or people want to put you in a certain box and shit. I know what that feels like. So that is not a reason to vote for somebody to be president. And it's women. So will she look at other women that's further than her, right? Do you think Beyonce feels like that? There has to be other women out there who get lit that we know. That, do you think Oprah Winfrey feels like that? They tell you should run, you could win. She like, I'm good, I don't want to be president. So you speaking from your perspective, but you was a video vixen. And this is why I say when we skip over shit, right? Because when she went at Cam and niggas responded back with that, you suck Ice-T off for having much money in the boom, boom, boom. They covered that up. Sure is whatever, right? But these are also reasons of why you might feel that way. Now, for females who never might have put themselves in that position, right? They might not feel that way. It's some females who put themselves in that position, but they ain't look at it like they got taken advantage of. Maybe that's what they wanted to do. Porno bitches be mad confident. Like, nigga, I don't care when you creep, nigga. Everybody gonna look anyway. I'm getting money and I'm married and I got kids. All my kids by this nigga. Like, he don't look at it as cheating. I never, like, every time I fuck a nigga is for some money outside of work, like, and pimps and hoes. Like, it's a whole dynamic of different mentalities. Like, but you gotta crawl out of that, Melissa. You do. Yo, I always thought she was fire, like I said. Until she been on there, you get to see where a person mind at, right? And then how old is she? She older than all of us, right? Like, we ain't gotta gloss over that you never had a productive relationship. Or you be in one. Was it the dude every time? Talk about that. So let's hear the real shit. We don't never get real shit, cuz. We don't never get no real shit, cuz.
I didn't mean to finish it though.
I just wanted to say this as well. Every man in this room probably, I believe they voted, you all voted for Kamala, you know?
I did.
And so you weren't necessarily voting for her, you were just voting for the alternative to Trump. So
that's not entirely true.
Okay, maybe, okay,
Well,
let me just say this.
She in our business.
Let me just, shut up. I got some shit for you.
I voted for Biden because he was the alternative to Trump.
Exactly.
This time I voted for Kamala because I actually liked her.
And the fans brought up how you came on the pod and said you was trying to get naturalized. One of them episodes where you was going through the process and you ain't finished
hold that thought.
Yeah,
Okay, because when we get to that, you just get out my motherfucking business. Okay.
You could have helped.
Come on, let her finish, man.
You could have helped.
So when it comes to you not being able to view, not seeing issues with the fact that she's a black woman because you were raised by a black woman. So it would make sense to see a black woman in a position of power. True. It would not offend you. You would understand it. By and large, the exit polls showed us white men overwhelmingly voted for Trump. Latino men overwhelmingly voted for Trump. He increased his base in those two fronts.
So now that's a lot of people, right? I will hope that she's not going to tell us why those people voted for Trump. Because everybody could have their own particular reasons, right? But this show you if how you thinking, because now because sometimes you got some people who will walk into a room thinking everybody is against them and nobody know them or nothing. And that shit always comes out wild. Those people don't normally notice when they doing that. It becomes everybody else's issue. If you walk into everywhere seeing enemies, you're going to find enemies.
And that could be a very specific reason, because those two men, especially Latino men, not to be stereotypical, but
Look,
okay, then I'm then.
No, you even got to stereotype at the time.
Reason that she chose the motherfucker to perform for.
Yo, bro, real to that would have insulted people in not answering questions, ducking shit. But did you hear what she said? Yo, bro, you know how, bro, I feel like, bro, people need to dig up everything they got on her and put it out there. You gotta face the mirror for saying that.
Overwhelmingly voted for Trump. Latino men overwhelmingly voted for Trump. He increased his base in those two fronts. And that could be a very specific reason, because those two men, especially Latino men, not to be stereotypical, but okay, then I'm then.
No, you even got to go stereotype at the time. Our whole society is patriarchal. But if you look at there's a couple studies. Just I'm gonna tell you one real fast, where they looked at people's resumes.
Because what?
And the people who were doing the hiring decided whether this person was worth hiring or whether calling in for an interview. They also did it with phone calls based on people's names. White men with a felony conviction got more job callbacks than black men without one, even with the same resume.
I saw that.
Right? But I'm talking about the actual study by Diva Pager from Princeton University.
I'm talking about the meme.
Yeah, I know. I want people to know this is a real meme.
I've seen it.
Fuck that meme, right?
I've seen this on TikTok.
But my point is,
smart ass nigga.
the way we read something is shaped by who we think that person is. It's the same way that in school, black boys and girls get treated differently than white boys and girls for the same behavior, right? If a white boy raises his hand, oh, he's energetic. Black kid does it, oh, he's talking out of turn, right? He jumps out and he shouts out the answer. My point being, it's not. I don't disagree that Kamala Harris didn't run a good enough campaign. Right? She's not the.
Now that gotta be real, because a lot of times we already segregated, so people don't think we all integrated, right? Like, did you go to school with majority black kids? You went to school with majority whites?
It was pretty much equal.
It was equal? I went to school with majority black kids. Period. Most people that's from most places, if you Google it, they'll tell you the neighborhoods and schools be segregated. If you went to a school with half white, then you would see something different. But if you look at the statistics, it's mostly segregated, just like neighborhoods. So you go into that school, you might see something different. But somebody going to another school, a black kid, he's smart. What does it, right? And we could push it to that, but we always push it away from black people, right? Like, I grew up in the hood. When you grow up in the hood, yo, being smart ain't always cool. Sometimes the smartest people get shunned. It ain't that teachers is necessarily making motherfuckers feel a particular way. The school, like, we come from neighborhoods where that shit is happening. But that's why I say it's different black people. Like, I'm in a different status as a black person, right? Like, I may have fucked my life up to the point where I get the kind of jobs, or I work the kind of jobs that migrants work, right? Plenty of black men, you might not have certain opportunities. I like them jobs I began to be the only times I could get hired. I might feel that way. Other people, you might not give a fuck about what jobs the migrant taking. You black and you like, oh, so it's definitely about where we come from, the different perspectives we have. But you can't take these things and just place them on everything. Like, nobody should be able to do that. Like, just hold it.
Most charismatic candidate. I think there are more charismatic candidates. I agree with all of that. I'm just asking y'all to consider that some of the ways that we interpret people and read people is shaped by their race and their gender. I'm saying everything y'all saying is true, and there's this other piece that y'all not considering, and y'all actually dismiss some of that.
No. Let me speak for me, because I'm not dismissing that, and I find that to be factual. I don't think it had the impact on this election that people are saying it did.
I think her running
I probably agree with you on that.
Did it more. I agree with you.
At a time when black people are coming as far as social justice, a lot of niggas my age and younger, niggas don't want to hear about voting for somebody because they're black. I'm gonna be honest.
That's
black
one of my things too. I'm not
you
thinking.
should vote for somebody because you're black.
can't.
Yeah. No, but nobody wants to hear that though. It sounds fucked up, but that's what a lot of the niggas have an issue with.
I think they're right. I think they're right though. You shouldn't vote.
But don't you think that a lot of people voted for Obama because he was black?
At that time,
I didn't vote for Obama.
Yo, a lot of white people voted for Obama.
We're not talking about them.
But not most of them.
But you don't need most of them. You don't need a lot of them.
Right, but my point.
You need a lot of them. You don't need most of them.
I agree.
We'll never have most of them.
But that's a the fact that we're saying white people will never vote for a black person in the majority tells you that race matters.
But we didn't say that.
We didn't say
You just said they'll never give the majority. You just said that.
The majority will never do that.
So, why are the majority of black people?
And I want to be clear. I speak with blue state privilege.
But why? Tell me why. Why are we so certain that the majority of white people won't vote for a black person?
Nigga, ask Parks. Nigga, don't ask me. What the fuck? I don't fucking know.
No, but in your gut, you know.
Parks right there. I don't have the
He's
answer.
from Elmira, though. That don't count. That's
Whoa, I lived in Elmira too. I was in that.
You're not from Kentucky. You're not from the racist state.
Actually, upstate New York is fairly red.
That's very true. But my point is,
Yo, I heard all of this same shit when Barack ran. I know she's a woman. I don't discount that.
yeah.
But I'm also of the belief that Michelle Obama or somebody that knew how to speak to the issues that would have resonated with most of the country
fares better.
I think it was unfortunately.
I think they fared better too.
Listen, let me tell you, Mark. As a high school dropout, I didn't care about none of that Howard shit. I didn't give two fucks about none of that Howard shit they kept talking about.
And you know,
she got 95% of the black women.
That's what I was
at
going to
some
ask you.
point,
And 78% of niggas.
Yo,
she was getting that.
You know what's funny about
She
that?
was gonna get
Wait,
black
I want to
women.
address that though.
We should.
I want to address that though. Black men got to stop being the fucking
Punching bag?
the scapegoats
Yeah.
to what the fuck y'all saying. 78% ain't bad.
It's great. Black men showed up.
Yo, you know what? I seen those numbers and felt great.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Regardless of the rhetoric that's spewed,
Now, you know what happened?
we kind of stuck together a little bit.
I'll
in
tell you why.
certain key
Yo, you got
states-
80% of black men, yo. I
see
don't
it
want to hear
different.
all that
I'll
shit.
tell you why that's
in
wrong.
certain key states, that number was lower.
Yeah.
And it really, really, really affected her.
Like Pennsylvania.
Like Georgia.
Yeah, but I don't
The
think...
Georgia black male vote was the deciding
Got
factor.
it. I disregard that because I don't believe that that was black men saying, I won't vote for a black woman. I feel like that was black men saying, I haven't been spoken to.
That's true.
So
I gotta agree with that.
So here's
have to
here's
agree.
how I see it a little bit different.
You disagree?
All right. Oh, go ahead. Oh. At the core, we shouldn't be blaming black men. At the core, we shouldn't be blaming black men for Kamala Harris's election. We don't even make up that much of the electorate. We only make up 3, 4, 5% of the
It was
electorate.
just more division tricks, yo. If anything, yo, there's been so much this election to get black men and black women at odds. Like
It started with she ain't black.
a part of me felt
Which black men started. She ain't black.
But what happens when you have black men on large platforms calling her out of her name and then
Exactly.
endorsing Trump? That's the optics.
That's her fault.
That's her fault.
That's her fault.
It's her fault that they called out her name.
No, it's her fault
her fault.
that
They
she
can't
did not
win for losing.
sit down with, again, this is not my narcissism, with the Joe Budden podcast, with anybody that speaks to a large black
She sat with the Breakfast Club.
male
She sat with the Breakfast
demo.
Club.
When?
Who cares?
6 weeks ago?
She been sitting with the Breakfast Club
Month ago?
for fucking 6 years. We don't care. We don't care. See, and that's the problem.
They don't move
That's-
the needle.
Wait, hold up.
Look, hold up.
No. Let me. That's the problem I'm speaking to, Mark. In Kamala's campaign, it looked like, much like in the music business, white tone deaf people that are not related to the music business. It looked like they looked at numbers. I came in here.
Hey, yo, you know what's crazy too? Yo, I think in some ways, bro, like, I'm having like a vibe. I be having like a deep seated secret hatred for some of our top black intellectuals type shit. You see what I'm saying? For some of our top black intellectuals, I be having like a deep seated hatred, and I don't think I mind that. You see what I'm saying? I don't think I mind having it, man. I think that deep seated hatred is okay, man. I think I'm supposed to have that shit though. But it is what it is, man. Let me